Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another Raid Chat Legends video with numbers. All right, so what do we have for you guys today? Well, um, we are on a good friend of mine's account, Aquarius69, um, and myself and my other friend, Poddy, who you guys might recognize from previous account videos. We've done some polls, some shard pulls on his account, some takeovers where we sort out some of his teams. And Aquarius reached out to us, one of my clanmates, and asked, can we get him a one key Ultra Nightmare clan boss team together? And, Paddy and I thought, we might as well take on this challenge. We quite acquainted with the game. He's got enough good champions to get it together. And yeah, we went ahead and did it. So this video is recorded in the future of when we actually went and got this team done. So yeah, I'm gonna just show you the box that we're working with here, right? So yeah, as you can see, 108 legendary champions. So he's got quite a lot to work with, and they are good. So it's 110 with his mythicals, who Makage and Theodosia, both really good champs. So yeah, like I said, tons to work with. He's pretty much given us a solid baseline to go forward with. And so looking at it, we had a lot of options for the team. Ninja for damage, Theodosia, Makage to pair with Ninja for obviously bringing ally attacks, and Ninja feeding off with the increased damage, etc. So yeah, we have Theodosia. She brings some healing, unkillable revive. She's got perfect veils, cleanse. So she's got this HP equalization. So a lot of solid um buffs and mechanics in her kit to really help us. We tried it out with Kyoku, who brings ally protection, decreased attack HP burn, and passive heals on her passive. um, we had Yensensa, Railbearer, really solid champ, brings tons of good buffs. She wasn't fully booked or mastered, so we kind of avoided her. Yeah, so like I'm saying, there are tons of champs, and we did the best that we could. I'll show you the team in just a second. But yeah, there was a lot to do, right? A lot of these champs weren't built, or if they were built, they weren't in the best build. Let's have someone like Eric's, good HP, good defense, but he's a bit too slow for the stage of the game. But his stats, other than that, are really good. So it was just more, champs are missing the speed mark. 169, but really good HP, really good defense, resistance, etc. But just missing the mark on speed. Kit Out and Lifesteal and Righteous. Lifesteal gear really starts to fall away once you get good healing champs in your compositions. Um, so this account has some really good champs for healing. So the lifesteal gear is not really needed anymore. We've got Mithrala. Her gear's obviously been slightly changed here, but we had her built out. I built them out. I saved some presets for it. See, Armans and Arbiter are using some of her gear, so we'll just have to redo that. Again, Armans, really good champ, got him up to 300 speed. So yeah, the gear situation, it's not ideal, but it's a good start. some of these sets like life, offense, and defense, these are kind of your first week in the game using these kind of sets. After that, I wouldn't necessarily keep life, offense, and defense sets pieces because they just fall off that quickly. Um, Speed set, obviously, probably the best set to have and farm up in the game. So you want to farm the dragon as much as possible, get as many good speed pieces as possible. Um, First set we need for Hydra, but then we go down to something like Perception. So it's got a decent amount of Perception gear. Not everything is rolled up, but I see he has got some pieces rolled up. HP percent, accuracy, nice. Resistance chest, some attack percent boots. All right, so he's got percentage boots. He's got some speed boots, which is really good to see. Yeah. Um. So that's the current gear situation. Go ahead and look at the Great Hall. Some progress has been made in the Great Hall. Not enough arena farming, maybe. Um, Finishing up all these and getting them all at 10 out of 10 is, I think, one of the cornerstones of having a solid account in this game, because an extra 80 accuracy on your champs as a base is really strong. An extra 80 resistance again as a base is really strong. Extra 25% crit damage is really strong. So all of these stack up quite a bit to give your champs really good starting point to be better. Looking at area bonuses, no farming of live arena at all. I would definitely recommend it and throwing some into Hydra for now, maybe Curse City as well. I think those are the two biggest areas where you need tons of boosts. Hydra, because it's Hydra Clash. You want to try and get as much damage out as possible going into Hydra, and Curse City just because it's a very tricky area of the game where sometimes you won't have your best champs available and you might need to make do with um some filler champs, and doing some of these area bonuses can help you meet the stat requirements for those filler champs to be able to do the job that they do. So yeah, I would definitely recommend more arena farms going forward. It's got a decent shard stash going. That's lovely. Um, I think he is a bit of a spender, maybe a big spender, and that's okay. He's got a good shard stash. See, he's got enough sacreds. Suppose he's saving them for the Leo event that is supposed to be coming very soon. Who knows? Maybe in a week, maybe a bit more. But apparently, a Leo event is coming, and his shard storage looks pretty good going into that. Fragment summons, he's got some good fragment summons waiting. Having Theatomb Angel shows me that he runs his Doom Tower. That's really good. Means he's going to be collecting up all of the fragments for these legendary champions from Doom Tower, which is great. Not that they're good, but you know, it just gives you something to use during a champion chase event. Um, Remnant summons, no remnant summons. I'm assuming Curse City may not be it. We did have a recent reset, so maybe collected them all, but we did uh maybe just work on some Curse City farms. That'll be fine. Guardian rings being used perfectly. That's fine. Love that. Good stock of soul stones. Yeah, his champs did have some really good souls on them. For the most part, like there's a 6-star RX, 5-star Nick, 3-star Rodos, 3-star Wukong, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. So I love that he's saving up some soul stones. 2x event comes, he will be sorted. going into the tavern. Good stock of brews. You know, easy to maybe just complete the champ training or two. Um, yeah, really nice stock of chickens as well. Able to really push champ training with that. Very good selection of books. Great stuff. Potions. Okay, so we've got enough void and force potions. Maybe just need to farm up blue, green, and some white arcane potions. These are probably the most important because you obviously need them for every single champ. The others aren't too important, but they're also very much needed. All right, potions are looking good. So let's head on into the forge. All right, so he's maxed out at on his Magisteel count, which is great. Um, yeah, he's got a lot of legendary mats for the forge. Maybe just needs to get some epic ones, and he'll be able to craft up quite a lot of perception gear and things, which is lovely. Slayer, ooh, tons of gear for Slayer crafts, tons of gear for Instinct crafts. So I'm assuming these are from Forge passes, which is great, you know. Save that, you're gonna need it. Relics, so I did go into crafting some of his chimera materials out. He was at a 10,000 cap on these, which was great. It just allowed us to get some really decent early game relics on our hands to help his champs get started. So yeah, he's got some good relic materials. Could probably craft up some really nice stuff in the future. Um, oh, another thing about the relics, he's got tons of the Starstone, 33,000. Love that. Okay, now we have to look at the nitty gritty of the stuff, you know? So this is what we're brought in to do, Demon Lord. Yeah, so Ultra Nightmare, hop in. This is the team. So we did manage to one key today, so he's got the quick battle feature unlocked. And just see if we can find the damage over here. One key, 82.5 million using that team. Bear in mind, we were gear capped, so getting to reach specific stat lines and getting the champs up to perform at the highest possible level was also a bit tricky. We also went in against a force affinity boss, so Ninja was doing a bit less damage, but that's okay. That just tells me that going forward into the future, he might be doing a bit better with more damage on the void side. So that's something to obviously be tested out. So we managed to get the one key, and then the second thing we were asked to look into was possible siege teams. All right, so I went ahead and I saved some team presets of possible siege teams. So first one we have is Fabian, Arbiter, Sifi, and Rhodos. So it's one uh, attacker or nuker here with three supports, right? So it's a bit on the weak side in terms of damage, but definitely going to have a lot of control with Fabian. And then obviously Arbiter and Sifi to keep everyone alive, speed up everybody. So yeah, it's a good team. Um, might just be lacking some speed though. So let's see if we can give it a test here. All right, so we go first. Knock everybody out except Alhain, funny enough. Okay. And this is really where the team shines. Fabian is able to just hold off the attackers for the most part. So Rhodos can run back to his turn and do what he does best. We didn't have merciless gear, unfortunately, so we couldn't kit Rotos out as well as I would have liked, but that's okay. So yeah, Rotos is on his own, but he's definitely doing tons of damage. I will be looking to maybe change some of these arena teams and arena builds. Probably this one the most. Um, the reason Necmo is in the lead for this team is because it's going to be used in Siege. And if you know, or if you don't know, um, this in oh man, that's wanded. But within Siege, arena auras actually don't work. So you definitely want to get tons of wow, wanded again? That is freaking insane, man. Thank you, He-Man. He has the power. So yeah. Um, definitely need to just look into getting more speed on some of our champions here. Arbiter, we've got at 301. Necmo at 283. Armons, and there's somewhere here. There we go. Got him at 300. Sifi, got 290. So yeah, so we got some really quick options. Makage's think is our fastest champ. Yeah, 316. So Makage is our fastest champ, and she's going to be probably used in one of our arena teams because she does bring the um stun on her A2, which is going to be really helpful going into some arena fights. She's built up with decent accuracy, 414. So hopefully she lands it as often as possible. She's also got the wand on, so any debuffs that she's going to be placing, weaken and sleep. Um, if it does, well, if they place debuffs, it gets reflected as well. Yeah, so that's where we are. And that's not the end, guys. We still have to tackle or help him out with faction wars. He's hoping to get Lydia done as soon as possible. And so the easiest way is not to constantly come in and do it for him, but to set up a system that will help him do it for himself. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep out some gear sets, right? Whether it be for a booster or a damage dealer or a regen set. Maybe someone needs to be in a stun set. We're gonna build some of those and save them as global presets, right? I would recommend this for everybody on their own personal account to do this because when Faction Wars rolls around and you need to gear out Black Knight for your Bannerlords, you can just pop in, global presets, I need damage dealer. Cool. Take damage dealer preset, put it on him, and go go with it, you know? So there's things like that that really need to be thought about. I mean, Black Knight as a damage dealer rolling at 128 speed, not really going to get you far in high tier or the highest levels of faction wars. It's going to be really difficult for him to actually get his turn and do his damage. So that's I would suppose one of our next jobs to complete on this account. Um, looking at his dungeon progress, Ice Golem, he's at stage 5 hard, which honestly is reasonably good for someone that he said he doesn't often like build champs and he's not really good at the whole building champs thing and getting them to the right speeds, etc. So hitting hard 5 in Ice Golem is really good. Doesn't require a fast team. Ice Golem is generally a slower farm unless you have certain champs that can just cheese it, as the saying goes. But it's generally a slower farm, but you do need to bring the right debuffs to actually win this fight relatively easily. So if we have a look at his team, this is who he's running. It's not terrible. It's usable. Rodos, obviously, we did rebuild. He's got this good block revive on the skill. So it's good. Problem is, you need to get him up to the max amount of HP from Vitality Plunder before it can be used as a block revive skill. So that's a bit difficult to get to work exactly as it should. He's obviously got Empress waiting to be pulled, who also has block revive. That's heal reduction. um, it's not that. Where is the? Oh, it's that one. There we go. Right. So he does have Foley, who can do block revive. He's really good. Um, and then we have Queen Ava, who can do block revive on her A2, right? So she can also be really good, can help you deal damage in this area. She's fully booked as well, so might have her as an option here. If you're not looking to do it that way, the other way you could do it is by using, pretty sure he had Artak. So Artak, gonna build him out really tanky in regen gear. Um, and you're gonna use him to put out decrease attack and put up HP burns and just burn his way through everything. He's also got Walking Tomb Dring, who also brings some good HP burn mechanics, so that's another champ to consider for something like this. So we can definitely get his Ice Golem up a lot higher, probably up to stage 10 if we just tweak and play with the builds well enough. Okay, getting into Spider. Okay, so C still on Spider normal. Again, he's got the champs for it. Starting out Spider normal, you're gonna want to HP burn and just let the burns deal with the spider, the big spider. He also has Newt. Newt is a quick farm champ with his massive enemy max HP hit. So you can definitely get Newt to just smack through this dungeon. Um, yeah, so Armans can stun, put everybody to all the spiderlings to sleep, keep that turn meter down, and then Newt can just go to town and deal with the big spider, right? So we can finish that off for him maybe today. Dragon, he's already at hard 10. He's got this team running it, and it's not bad. It is 4 minutes 53 seconds, decent, but he does have two champs that can hard carry and possibly solo all the way up to 10. One of them being Theodore. There we go. Theodore the Savant, he can solo Dragon. It's really good, really strong. I pulled him on my main, as you guys might have seen recently. And yeah, his poisons will just really go straight through this dragon. He's got Bad L, who also brings incredible heals and poisons to the fight, which will help you just boost through this dragon dungeon. And then last but not least, he's got Stalter's Dragon Bane. I mean, it's in his name, right? Dragon Bane. So he's kind of the dragon farmer for most people. And he's also very good in arena and a lot of other areas with his big AoE smack that places a stun. So yeah, here's one champ I would definitely look at actually getting done. His passive is what kills the dragon more than anything, because he reflects all the poisons that the dragon tries to place. Really nice, really strong, can definitely do tons of work. Okay, next we have Fire Knight. So Fire Knight's a bit of a tricky dungeon if you don't have the right champions. So, like I said, he's already got the Newt. Newt is definitely going to bring tons of great um, dungeon work for us. He's got the A1 freeze. It's fully booked once again. So bring him in with some ally attack champs, and Newt is going to hard carry a lot of what's going to happen in this dungeon. Um, does have tons of freeze champs. I'll just highlight them for you guys. Oh, by the way, I don't know. I've been saying he, but this might be a she. So he or she has tons of freeze champs. We got um Glycea. She's not great, it's not the best, but she does bring a freeze on a A1, which could be usable. He's got Yakal. Yakal's got freeze on every skill, and his A1 freeze is actually pretty decent. A double hit 50% chance. He's got Sir Nick. Sir Nick has an A1, but a 50% chance as well. It cannot be resisted. He's got Ray. Ray's a bit tricky to use because it's an A3 AoE freeze, and it's not even 100%, so that's a bit meh. He does have Naldor. Naldor's passive is what you want. Whenever an ally places a freeze, he has a chance to attack the target with his default skill. His default skill is a triple hit that has a 30% chance, but go up to 40% chance of placing freeze. And he's got Blizzard, right? Blizzard is a triple hit A1 that has a 50% win book chance to place freeze, right? So you could probably possibly place up to 3 freezes on his A1, brings increased defense out of protect, and he has an AoE freeze that's 100%. All right. Also has a great passive. Whenever he tries to place a freeze, or whenever someone tries to place a freeze on him, reflect it. So that's cool. And he has a revive on death mechanic on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. So he can do tons of work in this dungeon. And funny enough, if you do happen to pull him, he can do work in Sand Devil for you. Get you all the way up to 25 farmings just with his revive on death mechanic. He does have the answer to this dungeon in the form of not one, but 2 God Seekers. And obviously, everybody's favorite damage dealer, Ninja. So, yeah, he's got the answer to this Ninja God Seeker. It'll be pretty easy to manual farm all the way up to 25 and then just build a team that can duo 25 easy. Doesn't have to be Ninja. We could throw Newt in there because 25 is obviously a force affinity, so Newt will be a much better, and he'll just be max HP smacking. Phantom Shogun, a little bit different. You need to bring some different buffs and mechanics into this fight, but pretty much all you want is cleansing, block buffs, high awakening level, and champs that can do quick damage to this boss. Also want to bring probably a crit damage tank target. So this target for this specific area, if you don't have the best farm mechanism, your crit damage tank target is someone who has tons of effects that don't necessarily need to hit a boss. So some support champs will do the best. This champ also has to be able to be built out very tanky. Okay, you're going to take all the hits with your crit damage tank. So all they need is very high survivability, maybe a regen set, maybe an immortal set to make sure they survive. You could also just bring in someone who can do some good healing for you and make sure that you can just heal as much as possible. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment, guys. This account is great. Don't get me wrong, it's got tons of good champs, got a lot of potential. All it needs is a bit of tweaks here and there on these champs to get it going. And so that's what myself and Party are here for. We are going to be doing those tweaks and making sure we get this account up to scratch as quick as possible so that Aquarius over here can then go ahead and enjoy all these new features that have been unlocked by just getting the right gear on certain champs, which will allow him to then do these higher level areas of the game. So something like Hydra, right? His account, in all fairness and all technicality, has the ability to most likely hit Nightmare Hydra. He just needs to put the right champions in the right places. So yeah, we'll work on all these small little things and see how far we can take him. So yeah, guys, that is just this brief intro into what's to come for the account, or for the channel rather. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, if you enjoy this kind of account reviews and takeovers, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll be back. Actually, let's do this. Maybe you guys want to just have a sneak peek at how this team setup works in the clan boss. So let's have a quick sneak peek. So it's Force Affinity. So it's definitely going to be a bit different for Ninja, obviously. But yeah, Rio Bone Spear, he puts up tons of debuffs, and it really does help with making sure the clan boss is just as weak as possible. Balmathralia, she just brings shields, increased defense, strengthen. Theodosia's got block buffs, and Rio also has block buffs. So those two things are just going to make sure that the stuns don't land as they should. That's okay. Get cleanse from Mathrala. Block buffs once again. And we just keep going. Like I said, this isn't the best stage for Ninja. He does weak hit often on this clan boss. But yeah, it'll still be... Ninja will still be good enough to get the run done. We survive long enough. I think it's over 50 turns with this setup. So yeah, it should survive long enough to be able to get that done. And as Ninja escalates, it becomes a lot more easier. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you enjoy this, if you want to see more of it, please let me know in the comments down below. Tell me exactly what areas of the review you'd want me to focus on, and really what you guys would want to see and understand more of when I do these kind of things. Until then, I've been Numbers. Party's asleep somewhere. He'll be back in the next one though. I've been Numbers. It's been a Raid Chat Legends video. Peace.